This video is going to explain what classroom decor printables are and how easy they are to create. The goal of today's video is to show you exactly what EDU decor printables are and why they're such an excellent product category. We're going to look at the answers to the following questions. What are printable products? What are EDU decor printables? What are some examples of printable decor in the EDU niche? And why you should create and sell this type of printable. So what are printable products? A printable product is essentially a digital product. So it's something you create once, you invest your time in one time, and then you can sell it over and over and over with little to no additional effort. So your customers basically buy and download digital files. They can print or use them at home, or they can choose to have them printed somewhere professionally. So things like posters, classroom materials such as flashcards, bulletin boards are all examples of EDU type printable products. So here is an example of some printable bulletin board borders. As you can see, they're very simple. This does not take a graphic designer to make something like this. And it's also something that you can make pretty quickly. So she found or created this little rainbow graphic, and then she simply changed the colors on it 3 times. She found or created these little sort of this dot background and then changed the color 3 times. So this isn't something that takes a ton of time, and yet it's a really attractive looking package that pretty much any teacher could choose to use, whether they're a science teacher, a history teacher, an elementary teacher. This package definitely has a lot of potential customers. So what are EDU decor printables? These are printable products focused on the classroom. So this could be the classroom at a school, it could be a home school or another educational environment like a summer camp. The printables might be designed to teach something, or they might just kind of be designed to add like a little bit of decoration to the classroom. There's 2 main categories that I normally think of when I think of EDU decor products. The first one is classroom signs and posters. So depending on the classroom, signs and posters can have a lot of different purposes. They can teach, for example, these ocean study posters you see here talking about the ocean zones, different families of animals that live in the ocean, or they can just be there to sort of remind students of how to act, like a classroom rules poster, and they can be sold individually, so 1 poster at a time, or they can be bundled. Here's another example of a classroom poster. This one is teaching sort of science, reminding kids of the rules, but also kind of telling them a little bit more about the scientific process. And you can see it's nice and bright. It gets your attention. It's decoration and teaching at the same time. The second category that I often think of when I'm thinking of EDU decor products is bulletin board items. So this could be a bulletin board kit, like the example we see here, or it could be individual pieces that would be used on a bulletin board, like the bulletin board borders we looked at earlier. So a lot of teachers use their bulletin boards both as decoration for the classroom, but also as a place to teach. So this is a part of the classroom that is redone a few times a year, which means that there's a continual need for new bulletin board themes, new bulletin board pieces, and new bulletin board kits. Here's an example of sort of an objectives, a learning objectives bulletin board where the teacher has each of the subjects that they're teaching, and then they can write in the objective, what the students are learning. So why should you create and sell EDU printables? As we've been talking about, they're generally really low content products, which means you can create them really quickly. Educators are always needing decorations for their classroom, and classroom decorations change multiple times a year. So there's sort of a consistent need for these products. They normally have simple graphics. So as you can see here, it's another sort of example of very simple things. So you definitely don't need graphic design experience. Printable products, as you know, are my favorite because you spend a little bit of time and effort the first time when you're making them, but you can sell that file over and over and over again. So you take a few minutes to create it and it can be sold repeatedly forever. This just barely touched the tip of the iceberg on EDU printable decor. I've got tons more tips, tricks, step-by-step instructions and videos, everything that you need to know to be successful in the EDU printable decor niche with my product, EDU Printable Decor Made Easy. It's perfect for people who are looking to make money all year, creators looking to spend minimal time on content creation, and anyone who wants to create income streams with little to no writing. Check out my product, EDU Printable Decor Made Easy, on my Succeed with Content website, and venture out into the EDU Printable Decor niche.